Over the past few days, we've been on an incredible road trip across Turkey, exploring the rich history of Istanbul and then the breathtaking landscapes of Cappadocia. Today, our adventure brings us to this beautiful natural wonder of Pamukkale. Join us as we dive into its beauty and show you what to expect when visiting this part of Turkey. As we only had one day here in Pamukkale, we decided to start our day bright and early to watch the hot air balloons take off and fly over the stunning white terraces of Pamukkale. If you've been dreaming of hot air balloon ride but found Cappadocia too pricey, then Pamukkale is your spot. In here, you can hop into balloon for as little as €50 and enjoy the breathtaking flight over this magical landscape. We could even see the balloons getting ready from our hotel's window. And speaking of hotels, we stayed in a hotel located in the center of Cappadocia, right beneath the historical site, and paid only 1,000 Turkish lira, which was about €30, and that also included breakfast. But of course, Pamukkale's biggest attractions are the Traventine terraces and Hierapolis archaeological site. And this is where we will spend the day exploring. You can wander through ancient ruins, including Roman theater and the famous thermal pools. There are 3 entrances to the complex, and we came in through the south entrance, which had plenty of parking, and we paid 50 Turkish lira for the car park. And the entrance to the site costs 700 Turkish lira, and that gives you full day access to the entire complex, including all the museums. As soon as you step in behind the barriers, you will get a glimpse of the ancient theater from far away, and will be passing a lot of ruins on the way to the Traventines. The walk takes around 10 to 15 minutes from the south entrance to reach the Traventines of Pamukkale, and this place is like something out of the dreams. These white terraces are made from minerals left by the flowing hot springs. It's a natural wonder that you will not find anywhere else. The name Pamukkale actually means cotton castle in Turkish because the terraces look like a castle made of fluffy white cotton. You can walk bare feet on these terraces and even dip your feet in the warm mineral-rich waters. But be very careful because this white fluffy-looking rock can be sharp and slippery in places, so take extra care when walking down the pools. Next, we made our way to explore the large buildings of Roman Bath, part of the ancient city of Hierapolis, that are amazing examples of Roman engineering from the 2nd century AD. These baths were used for bathing, but also as a place to relax, exercise and socialize. But unfortunately, the complex was very badly damaged by an earthquake in the second half of the 4th century AD, and in the 10th century, much of this area was occupied with houses built into a very simple plan. After passing the ruins of Roman Bath, we continue our journey to the majestic Frontinus Gate. This impressive entrance once welcomed visitors to the ancient city of Hierapolis, showing off the glory of this historical place. It is a remarkable landmark that dates back to the 1st century AD. Walking through the Frontinus Gate offers a fascinating glimpse of the past, where you can imagine the lively activities of the ancient times as people entered the city for trade, social gathering and for religious ceremonies. After going through the gate, we stopped by the Hierapolis Basilica, which used to be a Christian church from around 1600 years ago. It used to be a very big and important place for people to worship. Even though it's mostly ruins now, you can still see some of its big columns and pretty mosaics on the floors. There is also the antique pools, known as Cleopatra pools, but filming is not allowed, so you have to visit to see its beauty for yourself. After passing the antique pools, we made our way up the hill to the theater. You can either walk or you can take the long-looking golf cart directly to the theater. We decided to walk, and it took us about 10 minutes to reach the theater from the antique pools. At the top, you will find the impressive Hierapolis ancient theater that was built in the 1st century AD, and this theater could seat over 12,000 people. The stage is beautifully decorated with carvings and statues, and you can almost hear the echoes of ancient performances. This place is a great spot for photos, and the view from the top is really breathtaking. After visiting the theater, we made our way down to the Hierapolis Museum, but first we stopped by the statue of Hades. This statue, representing the god of the underworld, really adds up a mythological layer to this visit. It's a fascinating glimpse into the ancient beliefs and stories that shaped this remarkable city. Before finishing our visit to this beautiful site, we went into the Hierapolis Museum. Inside this museum, you will find a diverse range of artifacts and objects that tell the story of the city. There are cool things like fancy pictures made of tiny tiles, statues, religious objects, and other architectural fragments. There is also the section with small findings. In here you can find everyday objects discovered by archaeologists, like coins, pottery fragments, tools and jewelry pieces. Each one of these findings help us understand what life used to be like back then. Last but not least, there is also the section of Hierapolis theater findings, which is very similar to previous museums but is only dedicated to objects and artifacts that were discovered in the ancient theater. We arrived to Pamukkale last night from Cappadocia, and the drive took about 8 hours, and that includes 1 hour for lunch. We only had actually just one day to explore this beautiful site, but that's more than enough for us. To explore everything took us about 6 hours from 10 o'clock until 4 o'clock now, and we managed to see Pamukkale Traventine pools, we managed to see theater, church, Hierapolis, and many more attractions.
So I hope this video will be useful for you and give you some roughly idea to plan yourself for the next trip to Pamukkale.
But now it's time to hit the road again because we're going to explore another place. And until then, bye for now.